Hello, Poopsies, and thank you for joining me today on an all Zodiac signs tarot card reading. I'm going to do the year 2026. What does the year 2026 look like for you, for your Zodiac sign? This will be about 5 minutes per Zodiac sign, pretty brief. You can look up your rising and your moon sign as well. If you don't know your rising and moon, as well as your sun sign, you can go on, just Google Astrolabe, Astrolabe, and then click the website there, and then do the free natal chart there. Enter your first, last name, town, city of birth, time of birth, and date of birth. And it will pull up your chart and explain what's your rising, your moon, and your sun. So let's begin. I'll give timestamps below in the top pin comment in the description box as well. And if you'd like to book your own tarot reading, if I resonate with you in some way, or the reading resonates, or both, you can go ahead and go on TonyBomboni.com. The links will be in the description below. Make sure you use that coupon discount code TONY2, T-O-N-Y, and the number 2, all one word, TONY2, for 20% off your services, unlimited use, any services, and I'll send you that video of your reading to your email inbox. It's private, it's custom for your privacy, comfort, and convenience. It's not a live chat, it's not a video call. I just go off on my own, film it, and then send it, the reading, to you. So you can ask 4 questions for 15 minutes, 8 questions, up to 8 questions for 30 minutes, and up to 16 questions for an hour reading. So yeah. But you can ask just 1 question. You can request a general reading. You can request a reading for someone else, or do it for their birthday. I'm open. I've done thousands of readings. I can do anything, okay? And there's no judgment. It can be about any issue whatsoever, dark and good. Okay, so I'm starting to use these new tarot cards. So I'm warming them up to use for this reading. So I decided to go today with a sound bowl and clear the energy with it instead of just using incense or other means or tools. Just thought I'd try something new lately, but in the beginning of your video, you can request sage, incense, sound bowl, prayer, like candlelight. You can request them in ASMR as well, whatever you'd like. So, now that that's out the way, let's begin opening the channels for this tarot card reading. Please, Spirit, God, Universe, come through and support us in opening the portals to read these tarot cards, clearing away any negative energy from our space, calling upon the ancestors and spirit guides to come through now at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, wonderful. So we shall begin. What's going on with Aries for 2026? What does Aries need to know? My poopsies, Aries. My Aries poopsies for the year 2026. Now that we're almost halfway through the year. And did you know July 2nd of this year will be the halfway point between 2000 and 2050? So there's some powerful energies coming through. We're, at the time of filming this, only a week away from July. So I have the Magician. I'm definitely getting some, like, this is your year type energies here, like things actually working out for you here. And it's like you're saying to yourself, finally. Like I see someone just like, a sigh of relief. A sign of things having worked out in your favor, and you just like, oh, finally. And it's all thanks to you. It's all thanks to all the work and effort you've been putting in, all the time spent investing on things that you really care about or you're passionate for. And this will serve you well moving forward. 3 of Cups. It's a good time to gather with family and friends. It's going to be a very social time for you. It's going to be like a more like every time you get like something from even like a gift to a gathering with someone, like you're going to feel more satisfied, more fulfilled, more rewarded out of that. And it's going to be more rewarding for you to really enjoy the fruits of life in a way. And justice here. You'll realize what really matters. I do get that as well. You're going to realize what really counts at the end of the day. You're going to see more clearly as well. You may not see fully though. There's some, because I'm noticing like kind of like the masks on their eyes here and the face covering on their eyes here. So it's like some details are hidden from you or not revealed in 2026, Aries. Like it almost feels like there could be some like rumors or gossips, because this is giving me an energy of like people kind of behind your back are talking about you as well. When you're around other people, you know, not everyone's going to be perfect, right? But the stars are in alignment for you. There's like a powerful, you know what I'm noticing too? Look at this. Notice the moon or the planet behind this dude is eclipsing. And so is that planet or moon behind this lady is under an eclipse. So maybe when there's like a lunar or solar eclipse next year, that could be when a lot of stuff starts to coming into synchronicity with you, Aries. And things making more logical, rational sense in a way. I don't know how to put it. But this will be a great time to make stuff happen. A great year of manifesting, a great year of manifesting even relationships. And as long as you continue to take care of yourself, it will be a great year for you, Aries. You might even be more stable or grounded in some way in 2026. If someone's dealing with like addictions, that could be very much rehabilitated. You could also change up your style as well, your appearance, your makeup, your hair, your clothes. I do get that vibe and impression from these cards. It'll be a good year to switch it up, to switch up what you're doing, to get out of your normal, usual routine as well. So it's going to be a lot of positives for you. People will notice the difference. People will notice the glow up in you as well. Or some people will notice, oh, you've aged a little, but you look better now. You know, something like that. You're going to have a lot more energy as well for yourself and for those who you want to love and support. So this is overall a good year, Aries. Okay? So let's see now, Sagittarius. Let's go on with my fellow Saggies for 2026. What do we need to know about Sagittarius for the year of 2026? All right. So we have the Knight of Wands. And I would say Sagittarius, your fire sign qualities will serve you much better in 2026. Only you know what that means, truly. You don't know what it's like to be a fire sign unless you are a fire sign, right? No matter how much someone tells you, right? But it's like, you're like, I'm going to do my own thing, you know? you're kind of in your rebellion phase again. You're kind of like, well, I don't give a dang about nothing, kind of rebellion phase. There could be a lot of anger as well to work through. Maybe some leftover immaturity from years prior, or anger towards someone you still haven't quite healed or overcome. You might still have some bitterness, saltiness, and resentment you're carrying with you from a past situation, someone you need to let go and forgive. And you might actually reach back out to this person and be like, hey, person, why did you do this to me? Why were you a butt munch, right? Why were you so mean to me? You know, you might call them out or confront them. Nine of Pentacles. I would say this will be a great year for money. At the very least, if it's like paycheck to paycheck, at least you're living good or living large, right? Even if it's still like paycheck to paycheck. It's gonna be all right, you know. I feel like you're gonna have some savings on the side. You're gonna be just fine. You don't have to worry about like missing rent or anything of that nature. I do get building also like your own sanctuary or your personal, like maybe in your garden you have like a greenhouse you build, or some project you're working or developing on. Maybe you're looking to buy your first home. Honestly, it's my honest opinion, still a terrible time to do so, but nonetheless, in 2026, maybe it's a better outlook for some. Four of Swords. I definitely get like you're more free to kind of take it easy. Maybe you're getting to a certain point or a certain age where you're like, you know, I don't really need to work as hard. Even if I need the money, I've been doing more than enough. I need to continue taking care of my health. And, you know, this could be a good or a better opportunity in 2026 Sagittarius to take more time off to do what you enjoy rather than work. I hear 37 in the spirit. I don't know why I'm hearing 37. Maybe that's the age. I'm hearing 37. 37 months at a job. Maybe for some 37 years working nonstop. I doubt it's 1937 or 2037. Maybe 11 years after. There could be something if repeats itself like in 2026 that you have to repeat again in 2037. That just downloaded. Well, anyways, so it will be an overall good year because you made it. So I almost feel like someone talks to their doctor and the doctor's like, yeah, I prescribe you relaxation. Like, go sit down, be quiet, and watch an ASMR video for once. Like, take it easy, you know, take a break, take time off. You don't always have to be on the go. Even you decide like, you know, maybe cut some people off in 2026, or I'm going to stop spending so much time with them, right? So you choose to invest your time elsewhere, and that time is spent valuably on you. So that's a good way to end the reading, Sagittarius. Let's go into Leo. I just brewed myself a decaf to help me get through these readings, child. Like I said, I'm available every day, including now. I'm all caught up with your readings. So I'm available now for personal readings. The quicker you book, the quicker you get them. The Tower, first come, first serve, right? The Tower, King of Wands, Six of Swords. I never, ever, I don't care how long someone's booked my services, I never prioritize anyone's name just because they've already paid me thousands of dollars in readings. No. You know, that is not fair to anyone. I prioritize first come, first serve. The first to book is the first I prioritize. Always. I have like, not a waiting list, but like an order. Like whoever booked first, I get yours done. Then the next person, then the next person. It's only fair to everyone. So the Tower. So I will say from this point blank period, Leo, you may be going through quite of a challenge. I don't want to say a hard time, but your life's about to change forever. The old stuff's about to be uprooted for a long time. Some Leos had it coming for a long time. Some Leos, you've had to get out of that house. Maybe you've been cooped in that house for a long time, and it's time to move, right? You can still be cooped at the house, but in a new location, right? I almost get like a weird download, like a natural disaster, God forbid. Like I almost get like a hurricane or something, or like something with electricity that just like, it's too expensive to repair and you might as well sell or move, or I don't know. You might have to temporarily move in a, like back to your parents or another location just for a few months until the repair comes through. It's like a very costly project too. You might have to live in a hotel for a while. But for others, I definitely see rulership and dominion over your career. I think this is the last best year, 2026, for a lot of people's careers. Like peak, you know. I even hear like for musicians, like it's going to be the last like good year to make money until like, you know, you pretty much peak, you know. I almost feel like there'll be like either too many creators or too much competition in your field, or you kind of outsmarted your field. Like you're kind of like, okay, I did the most I could from this career possible. Let me move on into something new. This gives me a person of wealth and resources. Leo is pretty good at finding a way to make money. They may not all Leos may have money or make a lot, but they're good at making it or coming up with ideas on the spot to make it pretty quick if they have a need to be met, right? But I see some people having means and ways here, of course, because we're all different. But Six of Swords, yeah, this is you leaving. This confirms it, right? This is you having to walk away. It might be a tricky year. It might be a year of a lot of, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. You're not the crybaby in the Zodiac, Leo. You're too tough for that. And it's okay to cry, though. Like, you probably haven't had a good cry in a while. You might actually cry this time. This might be enough to break you. You know, this might be enough to humble some people, too. Sometimes, you know, we need that. But this, especially if it's like a person of extreme extravagance and means, like this might be a humble come back to earth moment, like remember who you are moment, like remember you grew up in poverty moment, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's like a way for God to remind you. I almost hear God like reminding you, just come back home. It could be come back home to your parents. Maybe your parents are getting a little old or sickly or about to pass away, and you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s. And it's time to live with them for a few months and pay them a visit and pay them your respects because they worked hard to raise you to the level you're at. So I honestly see some faculties here of you may need to even lend your family some money, Leo. You'll be like, hell no, Tony, hell no, hell no. Look, like it literally could be like, because swords gives me teeth sometimes, the teeth and the bones. Someone could have issue with their bones or their teeth or their jaw, their joints, and they could have quite a expensive medical bill that you can easily afford to cover. 1, 2, 3, 4,000. You know, you have it. It's not like you don't, or you can put it on a credit card and pay it off in increments. But like, they need your help, you know, on their little retirement or something. Like, the little measly pension can't cover, you know. And this, maybe that's what I'm seeing. You may have to sell the house so that you can cash out, live your life, but also cover their expense, you know? They scratched your back all your life. It's the least you could do. That's how it's showing up. But still setting firm boundaries here, because Swords always reminds us, hey, draw the line, right? Don't let them take advantage, you know? So there's always an expression like that I grew up in my culture, that you give them a little bit of your pinky, they'll rip your whole arm off if you let them, right? You know, you give them a little bit of your nail, they'll take your whole hand. You know, if someone can take advantage, they would, if you don't draw the line, right? So Leo, it's about continuing to enforce your boundaries, but also being loving and respectful to your family. So what's going on with my water signs? Let's start with Pisces. We're done with fire signs. Let's go on with my water sign babies. Let's go with Pisces, my dear water sign children of light. Okay, so we have the Ten of Pentacles. Hoo-cha! You hit the jackpot, boys and girls, okay? You literally hit the jackpot. I don't know what it is. Did you marry a rich person? Did you win the scratch card lottery? Did you find some gold in the sea? You hit the jackpot. I almost hear like 20,000, maybe 200,000. Like, it's big, okay? I don't care how much money someone has. 20K is a lot of money, right? 200K is a lot of money, right? This could get you that nice car, down payment. This could get you like how I switched that up. I quickly checked myself because of inflation, right? I was like, ooh, 20K, you can get yourself that nice car, down payment. You can't get a nice car for 20K anymore. 200K, yes, you can. A nice, like Bentley or whatever. But 20K, my car is more than 20K. Are you kidding me? It ain't nice. But anyways, you can get that nice vehicle. Never give 20K for a down payment unless you're rich, okay, child? Waste the money. Waste the resources. Don't zo it. Eight of Cups. I would say 5K max. Are you kidding me? For an average Joe car, 5K max. Don't even give that. I barely even give 2K. My last car, I didn't even give a down payment. Are you kidding? I didn't give my money, my hard-earned money for a down payment. Are you kidding me? I'll never see that money again. Forget it. Forget about it. Anyway. Financial advice with Tony Bomboni. Definitely don't just listen to my advice. That's not financial advice. I'm just joking. YouTube, calm down. Eight of Cups. So definitely I would say, and I'll tell you why I said that. I'll tell you why. Because my ex gave 10K to his Mercedes, but I was like, that is such a waste of money. I'm sorry. And he regretted it later. He still had an $800 a month payment. I'm like, what's the point? With insurance, $1,000 bills for oil change repair. I'm like, forget about it. What a waste of money. And they literally told him no one comes in here and gives 10K. Like, no one does that. Like, it's such a waste. Don't do it. Anyway, I've known several people that have done that. Like, just don't. Or paid their car in full. 40K? Mm-mm. I don't care if I have $40 million. I ain't giving 40K for a car. Anyway. So, Eight of Cups, y'all. I would say Pisces. Pisces is always about emotions. Always their emotions get in the way. Why are you letting your emotions get in the way, Pisces? Why? Why do you do that to yourself, right? You're going to struggle with your emotions in 2026. There's a lot to cry about in 2026, I'm sorry to say. And I did foresee this for a lot of people. 2026 is not going to be the easiest year. It's still going to be good in some ways. But it's like the beginnings of like a lot of sorrowful moments for a lot of people. So I would say King of Swords come through like almost like a savior coming through. Honestly, it could be like Archangel Michael. I get that kind of immediate impression. But like it's older gentlemen, maybe in their late 30s, 40s, most likely 50s plus, right? But not old, like 39 to 60, let's say, comes through and honestly is like, come here, give me a hug, and that you just cry it out. Like, you know, they could be part of your jackpot or part of your blessing. This person's 60 and under or 39 and older, between that age, right? And they could definitely come through and help you with some situation. Could be a blessing of finances, so they could give you the biggest check you've ever received. And it's like, here, I covered your year of rent. Don't worry about it. I paid your taxes. Don't worry about it. Something like that. You could, some of you, even Pisces, if you get into business, you fall into business troubles. So be careful falling into business and business troubles, okay? Starting a new business may not be in your favor unless you have this wise gentleman helping you. You know, you could have a rich friend that helps you out a little here, Pisces. So I definitely get that vibe. Not to worry so much, you know. Don't waste your eyes away crying about something that will eventually solve, you know. We all have debt, we all have bills, you know, like it'll solve, you know. It'll solve. Okay. So let's look into Cancer. What's going on with Cancer in 2026? What's going on with Cancer zodiac signs in 2026? All right, so here we have the Hierophant. Why did I say it like that? The Hierophant. Page of Cups and Queen of Cups. I'm so unserious. I have to be, because reading after reading, if I used to take it so seriously. Oh my God, I was like, my energy was so depleted. Like, if I take these so seriously, I'm literally gonna burn out in like 2 seconds, right? I have to create that uplifting energy. I can't like let readings bring me down, no matter how heavy it is. I can't do that if I want to do this readings long term. And that's why a lot of tarot readers burn out and stop. They quit, you know, even if it's bringing home the bread for them, you know. Did you know readings alone generated $2 billion last year alone? Yeah, I didn't know that. I learned that. I'm like, oh, must be all those new TikTokers. So, I definitely get Cancer, like an enlightenment, like a wake-up call, an epiphany, like a come to Jesus moment, and not literally but figuratively, but could be literally as well. And it's like you just allow that to be your safe space or sanctuary. Maybe you go to church a lot more often, you take Bible classes, or you read your Bible more. I definitely get that energy with Cancer. More talking to God, praying, requesting things from the Lord. That's beautiful. And meaning well, maybe healing, finally opening up and healing more. Cancer is in desperate need of healing. I've known a lot of Cancers, and I know a lot of Cancers, like, they need your help, okay? They need your emotional support and help. So this looks like, yeah, they're still a homebody. Yeah, they're still processing their inner demons and their emotions, but it's finally like getting resolved, and God kicks in, breaks that door down for Cancer and helps them in 2026. This honestly could look like a new companion too, something to make you feel good and happy, like maybe a new pet to cheer you up. This looks like full healing of what you've been through, full resolve, full solutions taking place. And it's thanks to God. God really got your back here. And people definitely get an upgrade of sorts, like an upgrade to your home, your household, maybe new furniture, new decor. I see a lot of people moving in 2026. I'm actually shocked. I'm seeing that. It's like a lot of relocation. I saw Leos do that. I saw Cancers do that. Maybe Pisces as well, and someone else. But anyway, I get a bigger point of view, like a third eye view now. A third eye view, what the hell? Bird eye view. Yeah, so it's gonna be enlightening. You're gonna feel lighter, you're gonna feel better. Maybe your energy body, you know, you're getting those solar DNA upgrades in your third eye, you know, Freudian slip, right? There's a reason I said it accidentally. So yeah, I get definitely more freedom for you. Free to do what you want, you know, do your own thing, go off and do whatever you want. This could look like someone coming of age, coming into their adulthood, their maturity, you know, leaving their parents' home, finding a partner. This could be a good opportunity for Cancers, or enforcing better boundaries with family as well. It's really hot in here. I don't know if it's because of that candle, I'm wearing black, or it's a billion degrees out. Or all of the above. This is why I never wear black in the summertime. It's too warm. Or this coffee. Could be this coffee. Could be the lighting as well. Sometimes the ring light, I'm like, oh my god, it's like 1,000 degrees in here. Okay. So, could be I'm channeling as well. Right? When I channel, it's like I get really warm. Alright, so let's move on to Scorpios. Message applies to me as well because I'm a rising Scorpio. So we have the Seven of Swords, the Chariot, and the Ace of Wands. So, now that we're almost about halfway through, I do like to remind people, just make sure you sign up for a reading. It's so important to help keep this channel running and to keep me producing daily content. I can't do it without your help on there. Can I just ask you to book a service on TonyBomboni.com? Thank you so much. All right, let's continue. So, a gateway to something new, but some Scorpios are deceitful here, hiding something. I think I definitely got this card with a Scorpio feel or vibe or energy to it last time. I felt like Scorpio was being manipulative, deceitful, or both. And I guess in a way, if you're manipulative, you're deceitful automatically, or vice versa. So there's that. But maybe you feel like you've gotten your way for so long and that's served you well for so long, but has it? You know, maybe you know a Scorpio as well that the karma is finally going to come back to them. You know what 2026 is too? Uranus is finally leaving Taurus, finally, after all these years. So it's like a last dose of karma for a lot of people in 2026. If they haven't felt it yet, they're about to. It's been since, I believe, 2018 or 2019. So it's finally leaving Taurus, Uranus is. So the planet Uranus. So it's definitely that energy for Scorpio. It's like, whoa. You know, it definitely hits Tauruses, but like Scorpio is going to hit them too, right? Something that they haven't got their karma for yet. And they will. And they're about to. If not this year, next year. So, any Scorpio who's done you wrong, yeah. It's like a Scorpio knew about something. They knew about something and they didn't tell. It almost gives me an example of like, that Scorpio knew that that partner was cheating but didn't tell the friend. Or something like that. Didn't tell the other partner that was with them, but they were friends with them, right? They were friends with both of you, but he didn't tell them about the cheating, or she, or whatever, right? So that was deceitful on their part, and they have to have their karma now. It'll come back Equally as painful, I hear. Equally as painful as what they did to you. If not a little worse, so that they can be shown never to do this again. But for Scorpios in general, I get kind of like a liberated feeling, like it's gonna be all right. Especially when it comes to your health. I see your physical health maybe kind of deteriorated over the last few years. Maybe there's something that happened to you, like an accident. I get the Chariot with that. Or a car hitting you or something. It's like injury to your body. And it's like, because life treated you bad, you want to treat others bad back to kind of get back at life. But life's only going to keep throwing darts at you. It doesn't work that way. You know, just because something bad happened to you doesn't mean you have to send that bad energy back, right? So, because everything's a reflection in this life. What you give out, you get back, baby. You know, that's how it works. So you made the choice to be mean, some of you, and these Scorpios that you've known in your life. But it boomerang, you know, it just comes back. So there's that. But they may not even realize it was because of you or them, but it'll come back. It'll come back on them. So 2026, something's coming back. The rest of you, you've been putting good energy. It'll only come back. You don't need to worry. All right, let's move on to... Let's do earth signs. We did fire and water. Let's do earth signs. Taurus. Let's work on Taurus. The last year for Uranus to be in Taurus, 2026. Finally, like, ooh, it's been a hard hitter, this boomerang energy, this karmic wheel, right? It's been a lot of freaking lessons in the last 7-8 years. Whew, heavy lessons, you know? You know, it doesn't excuse us and mean that we can be bad all of a sudden once Taurus leaves Uranus, but it's been hell. It's been hell for a lot of people. I've heard, like, ooh, I don't think anyone got out of this alive. Okay? There was a hard-hitting lesson for all of us in that. Yeah. Taurus, Knight of Swords, 6 of Wands, 5 of Swords. Sharpness, sharp tongue, sharp ways of being, maybe more strict. There's a lot of this, like ultimatum energy with Taurus. Like, if you don't do this, I'll do this, you know? If you don't do this, I'm threatening to leave, or something like that. Like, it's a very, like, have you learned nothing from the last 8 years, right? That kind of energy. It's like, it's almost like Taurus knows, like, better days are ahead, but are they, you know? When we're still carrying around this resentful energy. It's like something happened to you, maybe with your father or something, growing up. There's something here that wasn't that supportive, but you have support and level around you, so why aren't you accepting it, right? It's like, why are you still carrying the weight of your past? It's so hard for you to let go of that past, Taurus. Taurus had to recently give up something. Taurus had to recently sacrifice and let go, move away. But you had your love and support of family, and you're not realizing that. You've always had love and support, but you're pushing it away. You're not fully embracing it and accepting it. Taurus is very independent, but you don't always have to be on your own. You don't always have to be strong. You can let others help you. You're so uncomfortable allowing others to help you right now. Especially Taurus men, because I'm getting triple male energies here. So 2026 might have to whip you one last time and say, hey, you know, have you learned the lesson? You know, you gotta accept people's help sometimes. As uncomfortable, as weak as it makes you feel, you're not weak, you're strong. You've done enough. You are enough. But some of you just want to carry the burden by yourself and not trouble anyone with your problems. So you've been keeping things a lot to yourself, Taurus. Now's the time to let that go. If you can do that successfully in 2026 and allow others to help you and hear your problems, guilt-free, you'll have a great year, but you won't if you're not able to. Virgo, let's move into my zodiac. Virgo, what's going on for me and other Virgo poopsies out there? TonyBomboni.com, guys. TonyBomboni.com. Flip the cards the other way intuitively for some reason. Oh, this is beautiful. It's going to be a great time to form new love or continue with your love life. For a lot, it's going to be continue with your love life and blossom it more, especially the romance aspect to it. I see a lot of like vacationing, trips, fun. This is going to be a fun year. Yay. Wheel of Fortune. It's finally the wheel spinning in your favor. Virgo, you work so damn hard and you're quiet about how much you work. I'm not just tooting my own horn, but you have been quiet. You have been private. Okay? You have been keeping things to yourself and flying under the radar, and it's working for you. And you're not telling anyone the blessings that have been coming through in your life. Lovers, 6 of Cups and Lovers, when I get that and the Wheel of Fortune mixed in, this is going to be a great year for love, especially new love. I don't know why I keep saying new love, like it's going to be like a new love or new romance for a lot of Virgos. But like, again, I do get that with current love as well, like a prolonged sense of happiness, endurance in your relationship. You're going to realize that this relationship is meant to last a lengthy amount of time. And so for all you short-term relationship fellas out there, think again, come again, because it will be in your favor. I also see all the zodiacs here, and I'm mostly drawn to the zodiac with the blue orb here. Do you see that? And guess what zodiac that is? It's Virgo, baby. It's Virgo. It's literally Virgo, y'all. So it's showing like Virgo, Libra cusp. So maybe Virgo and Libra might be getting together once more or teaming up with something. This could also look like a great Virgo-Libra friendship at hand, like a business partnership or romantic or intimate in some way. I almost get like, could also be like for some, this just sounded like getting back with the ex, but it actually works this time. Like it's a better opportunity in 2026. 6 also shows up here, and this is the 6th card, so it confirms 2026. It's almost like as soon as 2026 hits, Virgo with love is just like, it just blossoms into like, it blows up into a beautiful way. Like something just opens up for Virgo and Libra, right? But let me not look into Libra too much, okay? Let's look into Capricorn. What's going on with my loving Capricorns for 2026? Excuse me. So we have Temperance, Death, don't freak out, and Queen of Swords. All right, Temperance, Death, and Queen of Swords energy. Capricorn. Almost said Libra again. That caught me off guard. Libra. But anyway, I get Capricorn, the moment you've been waiting for, the healing you've yet to discover. Maybe you've talked to someone and you're like, I'm paying attention to this because I'm a Capricorn moon as well. So you will receive unexpected, profound healing. There's something that you have not even realized has been enmeshed in your being and a part of you for eons. I'm going to be honest, this does mean death. I really am going to be honest. That was my first impression. Someone may have to pass in 2026. Someone you love and know. But it's going to actually open you to healing. It's not going to depress you further. It's actually going to inspire you to get up and get moving. And I almost feel like Capricorn's been stagnant. Even if they feel like they're progressing, they really were not. Like they've been stagnating a lot in their life. Like they need some complete different change in their life. Like they need a complete fresh start, like Taurus has been experiencing, like something just completely different. Capricorn needs that in their life. I feel like they've been in the same spot too long. Believe it or not, maybe a woman therapist or counselor might inspire them to change. I'm getting still a lot of good luck following Capricorn's tail. It's almost like when things maybe felt like at their most hopeless, something came through for you or worked itself out. So it's like you have luck on your butt. But like this death almost is like, this passing is almost like, in a weird way, I keep hearing inspiring. Like it just inspires you to realize life waits for no one. Time waits for no one. It's short, you know? We're not here for long, so get to it, you know? Get moving. Get healing, you know? You've had a lot of death recently, too. Some Capricorns, you've had a lot of death. So I'm getting that could leave you immobile for a while, paralyzed, feeling like, who's next? What's next? You know, because it comes in threes, right? So don't fear, though. I see you stepping into action and coming up with good ideas, Capricorn, and transmuting those. You don't really feel, you kind of feel if you're a moon, but like Capricorn don't really sit there too long and dwell like that. But you might have to in 2026. Someone might be able to pinpoint what's actually been going on deep inside of you and release it out of you. So let's move into the air signs. Libra. Libra's on my mind. What's going on, Libra? What do we need to know about Libra? What is this Virgo Libra connection? What do we need to know? 2026. Anything else we need to know? Bomboni.com for your own personal readings. Judgment. Knight of Cups. 8 of Swords. You've been plotting something. You're always planning something in secrecy, huh? Very Virgo-like. And not just young Virgo. A Virgo who's been through hell and matured. Knows to keep things to themselves from here on out. So Libra's doing the same. Libra is very under the radar, low-key with Virgo energy as well. And this will serve you both well. It's like you'll meet again. And it's like divine intervention, I hear. It's like a divine connection that was meant to happen. And it's like a new, upgraded, or better, or healed version of both of you meeting again and coming together. But also I see you are finally going to be more free in 2026, Libra. And it doesn't look like running from problems, escaping, avoidance. Let me down this drink because I need to feel good right now. Let me take this substance. You know what I'm saying? This is genuine, authentic freedom from within. And that's because you put in the work finally. You finally decided to sit down and take good care of yourself. And that's when you will attract and meet this better connections, and perhaps this Virgo will come through again for you. So you won't be afraid of facing your fears inside you, okay? There's still some denial, though. There's still some pride with Libra. There's still some like, you know, I don't really need that help, or I don't really need this resource and tool. But yes, you do. We all do, right? They say we all need therapy, right? So I definitely get with Libra still some stuff they're not willing to put aside, like maybe ego, pride for some, but it's going to be more endurance, your ability to endure, to work through. So it may not be a lot of work for Libra in 2026. It's going to be more internal work, right? Working on themselves more. And being able to take the time off to do so. Maybe you decide to spend some of those savings to take time off and to really work on yourself. So yeah, but life will continue to provide. God is with you, and I definitely see that energy of liberation and freedom within. All right, Libra, so let's look into Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarius in 2026? What does Aquarius need to know right now? TonyBomboni.com for your own personal private tarot readings. Custom filmed sent to your email inbox. 15-minute, 30-minute, or 1 hour long sessions. We have the Four of Cups. Aquarius is always kind of going off doing their own thing, and they shall continue. I've been saying this, but for Aquarius, Age of Aquarius will finally kick in, like fully, like full-blown Age of Aquarius energy. Pluto and Aquarius energy at the same time in 2026 will be like the kickstart, like finally full-blown. Like we feel it now, but we're gonna feel it in 2026 onwards. So it's gonna be life-changing, life-altering. So Aquarius will feel it most intensely. Especially rising Aquarius as well. They're gonna feel like they need to kind of be alone, or you're gonna be like, oh, please leave me alone, or I'm just gonna go to my room. You're almost gonna feel like that angsty teenager again, Aquarius, like who just wants to draw and write and just be left the hell alone, you know, drinking their Monster Energy drink, like, God, leave me alone, oh my God, and you just put your AirPods in. You know, you kind of gonna rebel. You kind of gonna want to be left the hell alone, and that's okay. That's going to be appropriate in 2026. You're going to crave your own company better, and you're going to realize people suck sometimes. I just want to be left the hell alone. Perfect. Do your thing, boys and girls. Nine of Cups, and from there you actually create beautiful works of art as well. Some of you may also go back to school and like, yeah, I don't want to talk to that classmate. They suck. They're boring. They're dreadful. They're always negative and pessimistic. I don't want to be around that, you know? So you get to be very picky and choosy, and you're very picky with food too. Like, almost I see you like a restaurant. You're like, oh, I don't want to eat that. That's gross. Like, I'm beyond that. You know, I've outgrown that, you know? Like, you just stand up for yourself. It comes across as sassy and attitude, but to you, it's genuine. It's like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that anymore. I don't want that in my space anymore. Like, you're serious. And people are like, oh, okay. Oh, God. No one wants to be around you anyway. B word. You know? But it's going to be like, you are done with people's SHIT. You are just fed up. You are like, get out. You know? You just want to be left alone, right? So Aquarius, I'm definitely getting like, no matter how happy people are around you, you don't have to put a smile on your face. You don't have to be fake and fraudulent, right? And you're not. You're coming to realize that I don't have to smile for anyone, right? That sort of energy. King of Pentacles. There's definitely something with a father you're rebelling against. Maybe unhealed trauma from the inner parent. What does that mean? Something happened between you and a father, or just like you never liked your father or something like that, or there's like distaste in your mouth when like others talk to you about your father, like your mother maybe talks bad about your father and that's all you know of him. So especially if there's a father that's passed on into the light, people are not talking about him in a good light, and that could make you upset deeply. So Aquarius may have to face that. Also could apply to grandfather as well, especially if they were toxic. So I'm sort of getting a mix mash with Aquarius. It's like maybe you forget to eat good. You just kind of lock yourself in a room a long time. Maybe you just have a whole day, you're just in the room, you just rebel, you don't eat, you don't drink anything. Like you just like in like, it's like there's like this thing in your body that just has to come out and like fast. And it's like, once you do that, it's like you get that relief, or that stressor doesn't follow you anymore, Aquarius. So in 2026, it's complex for Aquarius. There's a lot of this rebellion, going against the grain. Almost feels like you're going back in your past in a weird way, but you're actually moving forward in a weird way. But you don't want anyone's help. Someone tries to offer you their help, you push away further. You push them away more, especially those with like borderline. I definitely get that energy of like, don't mess with me, don't F with me, you know, like leave me the hell alone or else. Yeah, so you definitely are not pushover in 2026. You stand up for yourself and you enjoy that more. So it'll be enjoyable if you enforce boundaries and be firm. So let's look into Gemini, my last zodiac sign, Gemini in 2026. What is happening with my Gemini? So we have the energy of Six of Pentacles, the Empress, the Two of Cups. Last card for this reading, TonyBomboni.com, guys. So, money. Yeah, Gemini, it's like all that work you put in will finally come through for you. Anything you've enforced or reinforced as well, with like, you know, borrowing money, spending money, you know, others borrowing from you or spending your money in some way, especially if you are in a marriage or committed relationship where finances are kind of muddled there. You kind of be like, okay, we need to put this aside for this aside for that. It's no longer going to be like a freely spent thing. You will take it more seriously. You will have more financial stability with that in mind. This is a good time for pregnancy, for motherhood. This is a good time also to babysit, maybe for extra money on the side, and to nurture your own needs and continue doing the work, continue healing. This is a good love life opportunity for you. This is a good, make that relationship or marriage into something more of a connection, more beautiful. But also I'm getting so much other energies, like you finally gonna have more time with your partner. You know, maybe that you have good hours, they have good work hours, or you take on a new job and they don't have to work as much. So it's like a nice balance and harmony, because the scales of balance come through here, and this will be much better for you and your zodiac, dear Gemini. So spending more time outside, in nature, at the sea, on the earth. And Gemini needs water. Water is very electrifying and charging for Gemini. So definitely in a sea of water is your best bet, especially if you go in the water and like a full moon, an eclipse, a new moon. It's going to be a good time to recharge your every cell. And, you know, so go out into the sea, even if it's a cold, refreshing dip, right? This is going to be a great summer Floridian slip. My gosh, maybe summer too, but 2026, but maybe summer 2026 will be by this time next year, much better for you, Gemini. So thank you, God bless and light. Use that coupon code TONY2 for 20% off all your future readings, unlimited use. Book a service with me today. I love you all so much, and I will see you all very soon. Sounds like mostly positive messages for next year. Take care, guys, and make sure you subscribe if you want more readings like this one.